Hey, hear ye, hear ye. I don't know how to open this up. I'm figuring it out. How you guys doing? Nobody's on here yet. I'm talking to myself. If you are seeing me on Astrology Motivation, I love you, Astrology Motivation crew. Thank you so much for supporting Astrology Motivation. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you're just finding it, and also share this video so other people will be able to enjoy it and subscribe too. So this is a daily live tarot reading that I do every day live on Instagram. Well, not every day, Monday through Friday. So if you want to join live, I know lots of you can't. So it's great to watch it here on YouTube or on IGTV, and I'm grateful for those views as well. Absolutely grateful. They're awesome. But if you wanted, like, hi, what's up? Jump in and join live. Please come to @born_without_boundaries. And you can find me there on Instagram and hopefully subscribe over there too. And join me live. What's up? Oh, some faces just make me shine. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. I love it. I love it. Where am I today? I don't know. I'm going to read to you this little midsummer things. Hold on. It's Wednesday today, right? Is it Wednesday? I'm a little fucked up right now. It is Wednesday today. The moon is in Virgo. So if you get a little bit, so what are the difficult aspects of the moon in Virgo? We could get extra worrisome. We could get, and things like things not being on schedule or going as planned could really just make us really emotional right now. We could be a little bit more worried about our health, a little bit more conscious about our health. That could also be a good thing as well, though, because it could just make us conscious of things we have to start paying attention to. Our health is very hi. Oh, thank you, man. First of all, I love you, girl. I just love this beautiful red shirt you have. You look so regal and beautiful in your picture. Thank you for the thank you. I was so happy to reach 60,000. I'm like, woo, oh my God. That means that, in the next year I could reach 100K, and that's extremely exciting to me. And I gotta say thank you. I'm gonna give a shout out to YouTube. I don't usually thank them because I feel like I'm in battle with them so often that it's sad, because their platform has made my business exist, right? But I struggle a lot of times with YouTube support, but this time they really came through. Somebody, now check this out, somebody on YouTube, it's not YouTube, it's the viewers, and they're spammers that go on and do this to people. I don't know if they're paid by big conglomerates that are working for specific people to market specific people. I have had that thought in my mind because I know how marketing works, and I also know how to do like back end marketing. So I don't know how it's going on, and YouTube doesn't have anything to do with this, but they should be aware if it's going on in their platform, because spammers will go on and they've been flagging my videos. Now, when you flag a video on YouTube, YouTube immediately has to shut that video down and review the content. So, and then they kind of flag the rest of your videos too to see, well, is this channel legit? Are they making something harmful? So people have been going on, spammers have been going on and flagging my videos. Why? To set me back, to hold me down, to keep me down, to push me back in the rankings, to push me back in the rankings, to push me back in terms of the algorithm, because the algorithm, if a video is flagged, if a channel is flagged, the algorithm can't pick you up until you're cleared, and then you've been thrown out of the algorithm. So it is an all too easy way to attack somebody on YouTube, and YouTube really has to start taking that into consideration, because I mean, it's just too much of an easy way for somebody to handicap another person on their platform. And that's definitely not something that they should be allowing or ignoring, because by ignoring it, they are allowing it. So that was happening. And so every time I uploaded a video this week, it happened with Scorpio, it happened with Capricorn last night, I was put on, I was flagged. It was immediately flagged. My content was immediately flagged. It was restricted. It was not allowed or had limited ads on it. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And so there's a review process that you go through, and I had them review it. I had them review both videos, and after reviewing both videos, and they got back to me within a day, they were like, yeah, you know what, your videos are clear, you're cool, there's nothing wrong with them. But because all my content has been flagged, I'm gonna have to struggle with that until this clears up. And so what I'm really begging YouTube to do is to please be aware that that is a strategy I think some marketing companies are using to propel their clients forward and push other people back, especially in the astrology community. You have some people who are way ahead of each other. You have some people who have almost 1 million viewers and they've been on there for a year. And then you have some people like me, I've been on for 2 years, I only have 60,000 subscribers. And I'm not saying that's only, but I'm saying, how do you think that kind of gap happens? It's not just because of the algorithm or because of coincidence or because of luck. Even if one video goes viral, it's not gonna do that to the channel. I'm telling you right now that people have marketing companies working for them that are intentionally going on and fucking up competition in order to propel their clients forward. Because what do you do when you sign a contract? I've written these, I've read through these marketing contracts. I've worked with marketing companies. I know that there are specific clauses that expect a certain amount of success rates. When you're up against the contract and you don't get paid if you don't hit your success rates, you will do something backhanded, because on YouTube, if you push other people down, you can push your client forward. Okay? And this is happening. I'm telling you, and I've known it's been happening for a while, and I wish YouTube would say it, would do something about it. That flagging process is not a fair process. It's too automatic. And I mean, I know they're hard pressed. I know they're back against the wall, because what if it actually is harmful content? Do you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to be associated with that either. But people are playing that flag. And what I think they should do is, when you flag somebody, you should be flagged yourself. Like, your account first should have to be verified. Are you an official account? How many subscribers do you have? Are you active and really on YouTube regularly? Number one. Number two, there should also be a long explanation associated with why you're flagging the content. You shouldn't just be able to flag somebody's content. There should be a very sound reason for it. For example, I mean, somebody who's like uber Christian could flag all of tarot content because they think it's from the devil. But that doesn't mean it actually is. And so, but if they flagged all of it, guess what? Now YouTube has to check into it, and it fucks up our channels. So just because somebody's saying it's bad doesn't mean it is. And you can't just take everybody for face value, because they're using this. I'm telling you, it's being intentionally used to do harm to certain people while it propels other people forward. And I've had this suspicion for a while. I'm going to say this. I have this suspicion about Refinery 29. I do. Anybody associated with them starts to soar, and they get their content pushed out real quickly. And I'd like to know what's on the back end of that. I've been suspicious about it for a while, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it gets that big. It gets to the point where they can also go on the back end. They can promote the shit out of, tag the shit out of, whatever their clients on the front end. But on the back end, they could also be going on to delete or hinder the competition. I'm just telling you that I believe that happens, and I wish it would be. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. I accept your love. I appreciate it. So I'm really suspicious of it, and the way that YouTube can help is to ensure that anybody who decides to flag content is going to be held accountable too. They should also have to put their name and their channel's reputation on the line and say, this is what I saw. First of all, am I a real user? Am I a verified user? Do I have a Google AdSense account? Am I a real person and not just a spammer, number one? And number two, what is my legit reason? And at one point in the video, is there offensive material? Because just because it's offensive to you doesn't mean it's actually offensive. You know, you can disagree with something. That doesn't give you the right to flag it. Right? So that's also something that YouTube has to start reviewing. because it really can be used maliciously, and they've got to acknowledge that. And I'm very grateful for the quick turnaround and the way that they've helped me now. But I'm just saying, YouTube, this is a bigger problem, and you have got to do something about it, because this is literally wrecking, especially little channels like mine, because I didn't have straight out of the gate enough money to go and promote myself or be backed by a bigger conglomerate or something, you know, and I'm telling you right now, you should be able to grow organically on YouTube and not worry about having to get hacked and pushed down by people, spammers who are flagging you for really unacceptable reasons. Whatever their reasons are, they're unacceptable, because I know that my content, I swear once in a while, but that's it. There's nothing violent, there's nothing disturbing, there's nothing sexual, there's nothing really raunchy. I mean, I'll imply and I'll joke sometimes, but there's nothing like that. So nobody should be flagging my content at any time. And anybody who is flagging my content is doing it to harm me. They are intentionally doing it to harm me. And I just hope that YouTube catches that. Now, YouTube did send all creators a letter, and I'm really grateful for this, that said, if your subscriber count goes down, no, it's because we're doing a sweep and we're looking into spam accounts. So I'm actually really happy. I hope I hold strong at 60K, but at the same time, even if I lose 1,000 subscribers, I'd rather lose them because YouTube was diligent and took away those fucking spammers that are hurting people, as opposed to just leaving them there and letting them get away with it, because it causes a lot more damage to my channel to have spammers on there that are following me just to hurt me than it does to be cleared out and lose some subscribers, as long as the subscribers are actually real subscribers. So I'm really happy that they're actually doing this sweep. And I hope they find what they need to find, discover what they need to discover, because there's harm going on YouTube, and they're using the algorithm and how things work to do it. I mean, people are smart; they know how to do this stuff. So I'm just hoping that I'm really happy and hopeful that the YouTube team can start really doing something to counter that, because I mean, I understand that I'm a YouTube partner. I don't actually work for you, but a lot of people like me run their small business through YouTube. And that means that the platform has to be sound and secure. And if it's just become a conduit for people to harm other people, then the platform itself has to be held accountable for it and do something about it. And I really hope that this is just the beginning of YouTube cracking this nutshell open and figuring out where the poison is. Just saying, I'm going to cross my fingers. I love you, YouTube. Let's keep working toward making it a better place and not a worse place. Yeah, so that's my little spiel. I will get to the card reading. Like I said, that could also be Virgo in me, right? The Virgo moon. But also, lots of times Virgos are correct. When they intuitively know something's not up with the system, they can figure out where it's coming from. And so it would be really suiting when the moon is in Virgo and Mercury's still in retrograde for us to actually get to the bottom of this and catch people out on their BS. Just saying, I hope it happens. So, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? A little bit about YouTube. Yeah, I think you just heard too much. You're like, okay, enough. Get to the cards. We're getting to the cards. Oh, there's a new opportunity here, a new beginning, or somebody that's just starting out, somebody that's brand new, somebody that's hopeful, somebody that's, it's very optimistic. They've got maybe just this little piece of something, but they believe in it. Look how much hope and faith he has in his eyes. To him, it doesn't matter that it's just one pentacle. It matters that it's a pentacle. It's an opportunity. This is a beginning. This is a launch. This is so exciting. Like, I got this. I earned this. This is so beautiful. I love that energy. The Page of Pentacles, out of all the pages, I feel like is the most solid, because he's just the most secure in where he stands. And then we have, okay, somebody had turned their back, maybe even turned their back to something that's helping them. Not intentionally, maybe you don't know that there's something going on or somebody standing up for you behind the scenes, and judgment is here. Judgment is here. This is Pluto, this is Saturn. This is judgment. This is universal judgment coming down and weeding out the bullshit. Also making a judgment of, you get a second chance. You get something good to happen to you. You're chosen. You're selected. This is your job. This is what you've got to do. Divine inspiration. So when the angel comes to you and says, hey, I'm going to give you this opportunity, you can see that sun right on his chest plate. Say, I'm right there with you, Spirit. I'm right there with you. You ask me, I will follow. Absolutely. So this is like divinely guided. Here we go. Clarity comes through. Clarity comes through. This is the Ace of Swords. This is also struggling. Any kind of struggle that you had is now being clarified, or victory, success. Sometimes victory and success is just in the realization of what you have to fight. You know what I'm saying? He's still got mountains in front of him. But now it's clear. And it's also clear that Spirit's on his side. And then we have, bam! The 10 of Pentacles is in the center, and this is with your dog, your big, cute little dog, fuzzy dog. Happiness, abundance, happiness in yourself. This could also be solidifying your home where you live. Looking your fears in the mouth. Whatever you're afraid of, starting to investigate it, see it, or starting to see the problems, the underlying problems of things. This is 7 of Wands. I've been fighting really hard. Why haven't I gotten very far? This is how you start to see what's going on. Okay, and then we have, I feel like there's some clarification here. Clarification of, well, what have I been doing wrong? Because every time we're wrong, we're not malicious. We don't always, most of the time, 95% of the time when somebody does something wrong, they're not trying to be mean. They're doesn't make them, just because they're not trying to be mean doesn't make them right, but it doesn't mean they're trying to be mean or trying to be hurtful. They're making a decision based on what they think they know. And this is the clarification. There's some energy here. There's some new inspiration, a new realization, a new chance that's coming through. And then we have, okay, thank you, God. And then we have you going after that chance. I'm not throwing away my shot. That's from Hamilton, guys. That's a great song. I was just listening to that soundtrack. Helpless is my favorite song from that show. Helpless. I love that song. And they have a great version of that song on the Jimmy Fallon show. During quarantine, they got the whole original cast together with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and they all did like a big one with Jimmy Fallon and what the hell is his band called? I know what his band is called. I'm just having a brain fart. And it's just so awesome. It was like the best version of the song. I love it. I have it on my playlist, man. Broadway's my favorite. I told you guys I've been getting back into my Broadway tunes because 100% of the time it puts a smile on my face. And then we have sunshine. Oh, victory, success, triumph through following your passion and through not giving up. The wonderful thing about the Knight of Wands is that this guy can't give up. He's hardwired to just not give up. There's a relentlessness about him that actually inspires and attracts other people. And you go from the Page of Wands, not really being sure of yourself, not really knowing which way to go, to just choosing your direction and realizing it isn't even about the direction that you're going in. It's about going that direction, because everything comes around full circle. And if you're just consistent, some of our roads are longer than others, but you will make it to the point where you want to go. Right? Especially if you're following your heart. If you're following your heart, you can't be led astray. And this is that. This is you following your heart, trusting your heart. Your connection and communion with God is making you happy, making you healthy, putting you on the right track. So let's go into the Oracle cards. Yep. Luck is on your side, but it's coming out in reverse. Okay, I know what this means. It's not bad luck. Upright, it's almost like where you're aiming, you're going to hit that target. Somebody's aiming for you. Luck is on your side by it coming toward you, coming your way today. So luck is aimed. You are the target today. You are the target of luck. Okay? And by the way, luck isn't just luck. Luck is like Papa Jupiter coming through and saying, no, I've checked. You need to give them something. They deserve it. That's what it is. Because I can promise you nothing is coming through during Mercury retrograde. While Pluto and Saturn are in retrograde, nothing is coming through that isn't absolutely 100% deserved. Nothing. You just don't get through that firewall. Spiritual union also coming out in reverse. Maybe it's coming to you. Now this sometimes in reverse, but I don't feel this way. I feel like something has gone astray. Maybe there's clarity in a situation where you didn't understand why somebody broke up with you, or why somebody ghosted you. Maybe there's clarity coming in. Also, there could just be a sense of it's going to come in a way that's weird. You're not going to expect it. Because I'm not feeling that card. The vibration on that card for me right now, it's not in reverse. It's not the feeling of this wasn't meant to be a long term. This is the feeling of something has to heal or be clarified about a situation. Also, but it could very well be it's clarification on why a situation didn't work out, on why, on the fact that somebody was always a fuck boy or fuck girl, or kind of like maybe the luck was on your side that this relationship didn't work out and you're finally realizing it. That could also be too, which is also its own blessing. You guys, listen, this week's weekly astrology forecast was off the hook. And it's a big week for relationships of all kinds. So I highly recommend you guys go check it out. There's a playlist right below so you can see it. So this is all in reverse too. This is maybe not realizing an opportunity, or like this is almost like feeling like nobody would help you, or that you were out there all by yourself, or that you were sort of like abandoned, or that maybe you were trusting the wrong people and they kind of led you astray, or somebody was led astray by trusting the wrong people or thinking that something was better than it was, giving something too much credit. Okay? All right. We have flame of inspiration here. Your flame is not out. It's almost like this whole situation has energized you in some way, made you feel strong enough to try to understand things or to not give up. It's almost in some ways inspiring you. Yeah. And then we have intention. Wow. Set your intention. What is your intention? It's inspiring you to set an intention, to not give up, to realize, I think, what it is that really matters to you, what it is that's really important to you. Beautiful energy. And both of them are really intent. They're really intent on making something work. Okay, hold on. You holding something in, holding something back. This is in the past. Maybe you've been pent up, holding something back. This is the desire or need to liberate yourself from the fear of being truly seen, of letting your inner child out, finding your truth again. We talked about that yesterday, finding who you really are beneath all the things you learned you had to be. All of that is what you're getting back to. getting back to your true self. And then we have bugs also in reverse. So there is something here that is like obviously itching you, but it's in reverse. So maybe we found a way to stamp it out, to move on from it, move past from it, or message or word coming in about it, figuring out what to do about it. This is inevitability. It's called falling. Just let the other shoe drop. And roots. This situation goes deeper than I think you imagine or you can see right now. And I think this had to happen. You know what's really interesting, guys? I always saw this fish as falling on top of him, but that's not what's happening. He's falling into the fish's mouth. Maybe we were the bait. Maybe we were the bait to draw out somebody or something that needed to be caught. Because it went deeper than we even realized or imagined. It wasn't just how we were experiencing it. It was deeper. The issue was deeper. So maybe that's kind of what's happening. And in some ways, we're going to be fine. That's why we were the ones asked to do it. We feel like we're going to be eaten alive. No. I'm telling you, God protects. When you're in service of the divine, it protects. Even if it feels like, it's almost like, I'm going to go back because you know I was raised very, very Catholic. So go back to the story, because all if you look at religions everywhere, they all have similar stories. And I'm the most familiar with Christian stories because I was raised Catholic. So I'm not trying to push a religion on you. I'm just trying to share this story with you to help make my point. I grew up with the Stations of the Cross. Because like I said, I was raised very Catholic. And around Easter, we were in church every day. So I grew up with the stories. And I remember the story of Jesus, like getting on his hands and knees and begging God, saying, please don't let this have to happen to me. Please don't let me have to hurt. And please don't let me have to suffer. And like the night before, because he knew it was all going to happen. And of course, it all had to happen. And it's a metaphor for what has to happen before you rise up. So ultimately, God, the universe, is throwing you into the fire to help you be reborn. And the only way out is through. And that's just how it is. But I want you to remember the other side, to know that there is something so much better after this. And, you know, like, I think the power of that Catholic, the Christian tale, is that, you know, Jesus is that archetype character of perfection, right? The Son of God. But when you see that even he had doubt, and you see that even he cried, and you see that even he was scared, you see how just intrinsically human those feelings are. And the story is helping to point out just how it's okay to feel those things. It's just not okay to let those things stop you. You have to keep sticking with your intentions. You have to keep up your passion even when it doesn't make sense to do it. you have to not give up, because the only way out is through it. That's it. And I know it's scary, and I know it's shitty, and I know that there's so much heartache involved, but you are not alone. You are not alone here. And the reason you're being asked to do this is to root out far more evil and far more decadence in this world, which was sort of what the sacrifice in that Christian story of Jesus Christ was, to root out how really heinous certain aspects of society had gotten, and to draw them out and show just how bad it had gotten. And that's kind of what's happening right now with Pluto and Saturn in unison with Mercury. Things are being called out. Other shoes are dropping. And it's so that we can learn. It's so that we can improve. Oh, interesting. I love you, God. Thank you, La Musa. I'm so, so, so grateful for you. You're painting? How awesome. Thank you. So I know, right? Like the accuracy that this card would come out. And what is that telling us? It's when you pray, you are deciding to believe. You're deciding to believe in things that are bigger than you, in something that's loving you. You're deciding to believe in unconditional love. You're deciding to believe. You're deciding to believe, and belief itself is power. And so that action of prayer gives you so, so much. It may not give you immediate turnarounds, but it does give you strength. It brings back your power, because prayer connects you to something bigger than you immediately. It's immediate connection. And so this is a time to pray. This is a time to continue to have strength. This is a time to remember that the glory of the archetype of heaven, it's right around the corner. And all this fear and all this pain and all this suffering is leading to just divinity beyond your imagination. Now, how does that really translate? Well, it can translate in so many different ways for all of you. The 3D world has a lot of different adaptations of what heaven feels like, right? So, and it's based on happiness for each person. But prayer is going to help you through this time. And don't be afraid to pray. Don't be afraid to yell and scream and shout. God doesn't hate you when you curse at him. I'm telling you right now, I'm not trying to say encourage you to curse at God. God ain't your bitch. But I am saying that the universe is always listening, and it doesn't judge you. You judge you. It doesn't hate you because you're human. It doesn't hate you. Like Jesus wasn't kicked out by God. Oh, you're going to ask to not have it? Okay, fuck you. You're not going to have it then. And now you're not going to be immortal. You're not my son anymore. That's not what God did. God accepted that, you know what? He's human, so he's going to have these weaknesses. He didn't judge him, and he didn't cut off his opportunity to transform and to transcend. Just because you get mad and upset and you cry and you yell and you stamp, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're horrible and you don't deserve everything that you've worked for. Those feelings are very human, and you have to honor them and decide to love yourself unconditionally the way that the universe loves you unconditionally. Because you are connected through unconditional love. And prayer brings you back to that unconditional love. And then we have Battle of the Blues, but it's in reverse. So there is a breakthrough that's coming to help make you feel better. A breakthrough maybe in your brain to help make you feel better. But what this card is saying is you will not feel this way for much longer. This sadness, this frustration, this disappointment, it's going. It's going. And it's going, gone. Believe me, it is transient. It's not staying. Peace. We have peace. Also an egg, a new opportunity, a new chance. Message in a bottle. Oh, there's a message that just maybe didn't get through. A message that didn't come through for some reason, but it's coming through now. Breathe. Find your peace. Maybe in your egg, go into your little eggshell, hide away for a little while. That's okay. That's totally fine. And then we have breathe. Meditate. This is also prayer. Go ahead, man. I love how the bubble is right there, just sort of balancing. Yeah. How beautiful it is when you decide to have faith, when you decide to believe, when you realize and connect to the future without predicting it, without designing it, just realizing that there is more than this current moment that you can live, right? Breathe. This is about connecting back to your source, and then message in a bottle. You're going to get some clarity, something that's been trying to come through for a while. Information that has been on its way to you for a while is finally arriving. I'll check my mail. Oh, I got something to share with you guys. It's got nothing to do with tarot, but I'll share it after the reading. It's really exciting. I just want to share it. It's about food. You know how food excites me. Natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable, inside and out. This is like literally clearing away fluorite. Think of fluoride. Literally clearing away all those toxins. Literally clearing away the ways in which you decided to hate yourself. You know, clearing those away. And then we have unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. And sometimes it's hard to love yourself, especially when you feel lonely, but there's never any reason to feel lonely because you're always connected. The earth, the sky, there's always something with you. Deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward the therapeutic care. That's it. Deciding to give yourself anything that you need to help yourself heal. That you deserve it. That even asking somebody else for help is not something that's it's something that you deserve. You deserve to get help for your trauma. You deserve to get help for your heartbreak. You deserve to get help, whether it's talking to a friend, talking to a loved one, talking to a therapist, but you deserve it. You deserve it. Everybody deserves it. That should be a resource for everyone. Everybody deserves it. And this is about realizing that you deserve it. Let's go into our angel messages. Oh, I didn't announce this. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, you are up. I don't think you got a lot of announcements. The views were very low, but now I know that since my content is flagged, it may not be being recommended a lot. So just FYI, those videos are up, and of course Scorpio, because Scorpio views were down as well, and Scorpio's pretty fucking consistent. And the problem is, hi Amber, what's up? The problem is that's what happens when you get flagged. Is that all of your work doesn't get recommended because they kind of have to take you out of sync in order to check out what's happening on your page. And I'm just telling you, that's what's really unfair. Truth. The best way through the current situation is just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. Miracle. Our wings of light surround you and those you love. This current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well. Courage. You have what it takes. Just do it. We, your angels, are here to support you. It takes so much courage to just keep going when you think the whole world is against you and everything is collapsing, to just keep going. Like, why would I keep going? Because the only way out is through. Harmony. Disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Everything has its cycle. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. I just heard like that big, tumultuous, thunderous part of a symphony. You know, life isn't like, sometimes life is dark. You can't just stop there. You can't stop in the middle of it. And that reminds me of it's always darkest before the dawn. And I guess I could have summarized all of this in that simple statement, but that's kind of what it is. These, I feel, especially Wednesday and Thursday, are our very darkest moments right now. Let's get through this because it's going to get better. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires. And that's fantastic, right? Oh, I love it. You just finished your workout, yoga, stretching it all out. God bless. Thanks for making me part of your day as you do your yoga and your fitness. That's fantastic. That's beautiful. I don't know if I'm going to yoga tonight. I want to, but I also still have to decide like what my schedule looks like. But I will see. I will definitely see. I want to wish you guys a happy, beautiful, lovely day. Thank you so much for sticking with me today. This has definitely been the pick-me-up that I need and the reminder that I need. I love you all, and I will definitely see. Happy hump day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.